I'm Matt.
And I'm Jacquis. Welcome to the Nightly on Hatch Plus, where there's always a fire in the fireplace. What is up, Matt? My UK brother.
Good to see you, mate. Feel like it's been a little while. That was a very cozy intro. I liked it.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I was actually on your side of the world for a little bit last month, traveling through Europe. I was in the UK for a little bit, but in like the Scotland area.
Were you at the Edinburgh Festival for a couple of days?
Yeah, I was for a couple of weeks, and it was pretty great. It was great. It was my first time in Edinburgh, or in Scotland in general, and I enjoy it, man. I always enjoy coming over to Europe. It's always a good time. I've only come a couple times, but each trip has been very good for me.
I'm pleased to hear that. Have you got any highlights? Where was your favourite place?
Oh man, quite a few. I also went to Barcelona and Portugal.
Nice.
As well. So in Portugal, my last few days before I came back to the States were just spent on a beach in the Lagos area. So that was beautiful. Yeah, I think I just really enjoy, especially because I'm in LA. And you've been to LA, I'm assuming.
No, it's still on my to-do list. Unfortunately, there's not much call for me yet, but let's see how this show goes tonight, Jacquis. So I reckon, the phone will ring off the hook.
Absolutely, get you on out here to the City of Angels. I just enjoy how easy it is to just like get around, which is the case in some states here in our country as well. But it's just so easy to get on a train and go somewhere else, and walking is much more done than here in LA. Nobody walks here.
Yeah.
So it's always just good to actually be around.
That is the thing with the UK, I find, that it's kind of a sad indictment of the state of our towns and cities, that the main thing is that the public transport infrastructure is good so that it's easy to leave. You can always go somewhere else. Can't really compete with Barcelona and Portugal, but yeah.
I mean, I had a great time in Scotland. Really beautiful parts of the country. Also, good restaurants, good people. I had a good time. It was great, man. It was great.
Good.
That's also my favorite thing about Los Angeles, is leaving Los Angeles. So I get it.
Yeah. So I guess wherever you are, it's nice to get out, isn't it? I'm glad you enjoyed the Edinburgh Festival, though. I've got a kind of love-hate relationship with it, because I've found, because it's the biggest comedy festival in the world, there does tend to be too many comedians there. You don't necessarily want to bump into all of them, but it's a good vibe, isn't it? It's good fun.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
I found it to be more theater kid energy. Being a comedian, but also growing up in theater and doing theater professionally for a long time. Because there's a lot of dramatic and burlesque, and there's a lot of non-comedy shows there too. So the energy that I was recognizing a lot was theater kid, which is also a lot of energy to put up with.
That is a lot of energy, yeah.
And yeah, that's a lot of energy to put up with. So I get that 100%.
Well, tonight, I'm really excited. I love these episodes, but we've got some listener questions this evening. Are you up for dishing out some hard advice?
I love a question and I love advice. And I expect whoever sent these questions in to listen to everything we have to say 100%.
Yes, I think you're the perfect person for these. You've got such a trusting voice. I think you could tell me to do anything, I'd probably do it.
I love it. Let's make some people commit some crimes today.
Let's see what we can do. Our first listener question comes from Alex, who says, "My friends all want to go to the local haunted house. I'm invited, but I'm kind of freaked out. Is this reasonable? Should I toughen up and go? If so, can you give me a pep talk to help me be brave?"
This is a great question.
The first thing I'm curious about is a local haunted house. As if everywhere's got a local, like a pub.
I know. Just come on to my one house. It's haunted as hell in here. Come on over. I'm a fan of Halloween activity. I go to like horror nights here in Los Angeles, which is a pretty big like haunted house maze at Universal Studios in Hollywood. There are local haunted houses out here as well. And I think like local just means it's not put on by like Universal Studios or something like that. Like it's put on just by, whoever, like the town or something like that.
Oh, so you think this is an event? Because in my head it was like there is a local house which it's sort of derelict and it's haunted. Should we go and, I guess, kind of trespass and go and have a look?
That could be it too.
I don't know which that is.
I think it's more like it's a haunted house, like a maze. You walk through it and, because like LA has like the haunted hayride, which is not local, but it is local to Los Angeles only, or there are some places that just do like, yeah, come through, walk through our house, things will jump out at you and, there's scare actors and things like that. That's what I'm getting from this.
Right. Okay, so we're talking about what's probably an established event. It's not like, I mean, come on, Alex, if this is a sanctioned local event,
yes,
what have you got to be afraid of? If anything, it's good that you're at least getting your money's worth, because if you go and look around an actual haunted house, the chances are you're not going to see anything. Whereas if you go to this, you're going to see, some of your mates, like theatre kids, jumping out in like butcher's aprons and stuff. You actually get your money's worth.
You get your money's worth. I think so. I think this is interesting because we both took something different from each one of these. So I think I want to address like both kinds. So like same thing you said, I'm on your side. If it is just like a haunted house, like a maze with scare actors and things like that, come on, Alex. Like, toughen up and go.
If you've been to some of these things before, what's your technique with it? Because presumably you're not immune to being scared. Right, so what's your mindset going into these things?
So I have a couple. So a lot of times I'll go with friends, and since I'm like the dude, I'm usually like the shoulder to like hold.
Mm-hmm.
So like I usually will have like people on my shoulders if I'm going with like my girlfriend or something like that, and then they're just like holding on to me tight, and I have to like lead the way. So because of that, like, I don't get scared too often, but I also approach it like, oh, snap, what's about to happen? Oh, there you go. Oh, man, don't do it. Don't hit me with that chainsaw. Like, they hate me. I'm sure they hate me because I'm like trying to have fun with it. Like, oh, man, don't rip my guts out. Like, and so like that kind of disarms it for me.
I think my main takeaway so far is that Alex needs to go with you. You've got to get Jacquis to go with you to this thing, because I'd like to go to one with you. I feel like that's the same way that I'd probably approach it. My default under a stress situation tends to be humour, or just trying to pretend it's not happening.
Yeah. Like, I go to have fun with it, Like, and if I get scared, if, like, it's a jump, like, oh, you got me, you know what I'm saying? That's okay. The thing is, it'll stop, like, usually within, like, 3 to 5 seconds. So, like, go have fun with it.
And surely that's the point as well, isn't it? You get that adrenaline rush from the scare, but you're not in actual danger. So just enjoy that feeling.
Enjoy that feeling. And then, like, Alex, attached to the friend who's the most brave. That's your shoulder. That's your shoulder. You hold on to them. If you get scared, put your face in their shoulder. And here's the thing, too. You got to get your inner actor in, because the more scared you seem, the more they are going to chase you.
Oh, good point.
Like, that is just Haunted House 101. Like, they want to, like, scare the people who's actually, like, I'm not who they want. Like, if I'm up here talking and cracking jokes, they tire of me quick. But, like, if you are like, and running, and they're going to chase you, because that's what they live for. So, like, you got to put the brave face on and act tough.
Yeah, get your shoulders up.
Get your shoulders up.
Yeah, be tough.
Now, if this is a real haunted house, like you were thinking, like possibly ghost, I do agree with you. You likely won't see anything. But I am scared of actual ghosts. What I would say is the only way I would deal with it is drugs. So
There we go. Easy.
I'm joking. Don't do drugs, everybody. Don't do drugs. But, maybe go have a pregame, like, beverage, a beer or something like that. And
go for a nice cocktail and then head into the abandoned mansion. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Have fun, Alex.
The more we talk about it, the more I assume that Alex is actually talking about the official kind of like horror maze, I guess. So
yeah,
I think that's a pretty comprehensive guide there, Alex. You've got enjoy the feeling, get yourself a shoulder, find the bravest person, cling on to them, don't look scared, and if all else fails, just come up with some slams for theatre kids and just whip them out if you're feeling threatened. Yeah.
Being like, ooh, I'll see you in Romeo and Juliet next week.
Our next question comes from Melissa, who says, any advice for supportively listening to something your partner is passionate about, but you aren't interested in? For example, my partner is very passionate about collectible figurines. I love him, but I cannot relate. How do you handle those things? Interesting one.
This is a good one. This is a good one too. I love this question. Thanks for sending this in, Melissa. I am someone who is passionate about a lot of things, and I love talking about them to my partners and expressing that passion. I don't need them to be passionate about it as well, but I think half the battle is you're listening. So I think advice for supportive listening is just to listen. It's not, you don't have to also become passionate about it. You don't have to like it in the way of like it becomes your thing as well. Like, I'm from Chicago, and like anybody who knows people from Chicago knows the number one thing Chicagoans love to do is just talk about Chicago. So I don't need you to say anything. I can handle the talking. So
yes,
I think like the listening is the part, supportively listening is just listen and ask a question or two.
What are you looking for in that, Jacquis? You're looking for a little bit of head nodding, bit of eye contact, bit of acknowledgement.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And a little bit of acknowledgement, Absolutely. I'm a big component of not yucking people's yum. And if you don't know what that means like, even if you don't like it, you don't have to let anybody know that you don't like what they like. Like whatever anybody likes is what they like.
I've never heard that phrase before. I really like it.
Yeah, it's just like, not everybody's going to like the same things, but, that person is not weird, and I'm not saying you're saying this, Melissa, but that person is not weird or...
I mean, he might be weird. We don't want to rule that out. He might be weird, yeah.
He might be very weird. It might be headless figurines, at which point, hey, listen, if you like it, I love it. Like, that is a phrase that I live by. If you like it, I love it. But yeah, I think just supportively listening, ask a question or two.
That's a big thing that I was going to mention. Yeah, just ask a question.
Yeah. How would you handle this?
Let's play it out, because actually, this is tragic, but you know what? I'm not ashamed. Like Melissa's partner, not ashamed. During COVID, I bought a couple of model tanks, like Second World War tanks.
Oh, nice.
And I just sat and just made them and painted them. My partner's got absolutely no interest in it whatsoever. But, she picked a favourite. She let him put them out on the shelf. That's all you need to do. Just a passing interest. Yeah. That's nice. I like that one. Do that. Just pick one out and say, I like that one.
And that's cool. Like, I don't have like figurines or things I paint or anything like that. But I hear that, and like, I'm happy for Matt because it brings him joy. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is I may not understand the like painting. You said model trains and planes. Is that what you said, right?
Well, tanks, but it's interchangeable.
Oh, tanks. I'm sorry. Yes, tanks.
The end result is basically the same.
So, like, I may not, like, do that specifically, but what Matt is getting out of that, I can relate to, which is something that brings him comfort, something that brings him joy, something that's just, like, a thing to focus on where he can just kind of, like, melt away and focus on that and be proud of the end result, right? I don't need to enjoy tanks to understand what Matt is getting from that. I can relate to that. So that's how I can approach talking to Matt about what he's doing. Like, and so I think, like, even if you don't necessarily have interest in the specific thing, like, look for the common connections between the thing that your partner is talking about and how you can relate to it. And that's where you can get your joy from being a part of that conversation, I think.
That is very, very perceptive, actually. You're right with that. Yeah, those are all the things you get from it. It is that, that comfort and just the feeling of having achieved something. It's a nice thing. But also, a huge part of it, I think, is kind of, being able to take yourself away and sit on your own for a bit. So get the balance right, Melissa, would be my advice. Take an interest. Don't get too interested. Just let me enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me enjoy it, sit on my own for a bit, and then you can just let him do it, I think is a nice takeaway as well.
Absolutely.
So don't feel too pressured to get too involved.
He likely doesn't want you to also become passionate about collectible figurines. He just wants to know that he can be himself and that you will love him no matter what he brings to the table and his interests and everything like that. I think that's all, like you would want, Matt. That's all I would want. And I think that's all most of us would want.
Yeah, that's all we could ever want. We got time for one more very quick question before we go. We might as well.
Let's do it.
Julie has got in touch and she said, in your non-expert opinion, hurtful, actually.
We're experts.
In everything. Do you think beauty sleep is a real thing? Very interesting question, that. The right platform for it, actually. What do you reckon, Jacquis? Real thing or not?
Let me say this. While the intellectual part of my brain says probably not, sometimes when I don't get enough sleep and I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I was like, boy, that's an ugly person right there, because I look so tired.
Oh, so outwardly you can, because for me it would be inwardly. I would go, my God, there is a real nasty person because he's not had enough sleep.
That too.
You've got the signs outwardly.
My eyes will get a little more puffy, darker circles around my eyes. I just look groggy. You know how you can just look groggy?
Oh, big time, yeah.
And then it takes a lot to, like, get it. You got to put your face on after that. And so there is a such thing as looking refreshed. I'll say, yes. I don't know if that's beauty, but there's a such thing as looking refreshed.
I do agree with that. But then I guess how much of that is down to sleep and how much of that is down to your kind of, skincare, for example. I had this genuinely happen to me about like 5 or 6 years ago now. Somebody stopped me when I was walking out of a comedy club. It was a woman, and she said, "You're so dry." And I said, "Oh, thanks very much," thinking it was comedy related. And she was like, no, your skin. I was like, "Oh, right, okay. Thanks very much." So, moisturize, Julie. That would be my advice. That's beauty sleep.
Moisturize.
Really. Moisturize.
That's beauty sleep, yeah. Let your skin sleep by moisturizing it.
There you go. I'm
a big proponent of lotion. I've talked about it on this show before. Like, you got to get some lotion in all the rooms in your house. Every room needs to have visible lotion so people can stay moisturized in these streets. I'm very big with that. Very big with that.
That is great advice to live by.
But beauty sleep can be a real thing, may not be a real thing. I think the number one answer to your question is everybody get as much sleep as you need. And as you want.
I agree.
Just get sleep. Sleep is beautiful.
Sleep is beautiful, and the whole beauty sleep thing, I think we should put it to the test tonight, Jacquis, because I'm getting pretty sleepy, so I reckon it's about time we turn it, and let's see how beautiful we are when we wake up.
You know what? I agree with that. And when I wake up, I'm going to look like Prince Charming. And so I'm going to go do that right now. Good night, Matt.
Good night, mate.